Hey, good Wednesday afternoon. Sitting here contemplating what I could do today, and I came up with the Pact Act. I've never talked about the Pact Act, and there's a lot to this. I don't know if everybody understand it. I'm just trying to really understand it for myself. But from what I've read, let me just go through a little bit what I've read about the Pact Act, short for the Sergeant First Class Heath Robinson, honoring our promise to address Comprehensive Toxins Act of 2022. Is is a landmark U.S. law that significantly expands health care and benefits for veterans exposed to toxic substances during their military service. It was signed into law on August 10th, 2022. It represents one of the most substantial enhancements to VA benefits in decades. So, what does this act do? What is it all about? Well, it expands VA health care eligibility. It extends and broadens access to VA health care for veterans from the Vietnam, Gulf War, and post 9/11 eras who were exposed to toxic substances. And it also, and you know, that what's good about it is because it's going back to Vietnam, because a lot of veterans got left behind there and wasn't able to get benefits. So this is good. It adds a presumptive condition. It introduces over 20 new presumptive conditions linked to toxic exposures such as burn pits, Agent Orange, and other hazardous substances. This means veterans diagnosed with these conditions no longer need to prove a direct service connection to receive benefits. That's big right there. It also recognizes additional exposure locations. So it expands the list of locations and time frames where veterans are presumed to have been exposed to toxins, including certain areas in Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and parts of the U.S. So, and it also enhances survivor benefits. It provides increased support for survivors of veterans who died due to conditions related to toxic exposures. So, the only way they're going to know this is a lot of veterans. You got to kind of know a little bit about this and try to get that word out to people that you come across. Claims and benefits. As of early 2024, the VA had processed over 2.14 million Pact Act related claims, approving approximately 1.59 million and awarding about $5.7 billion in benefits to veterans and their survivors. That's a lot of money that wasn't on the table before for Vietnam veterans and a lot of other ones also. Healthcare access expansion. Starting March 5th, 2024, the VA expanded healthcare access to millions of veterans years earlier than their initial plan, allowing more veterans to receive care without first applying for VA benefits. Now, it's also been some challenges and oversight. So there's nothing perfect. So, there's always going to be some challenges to whatever's out there. So, despite its benefits, the Pact Act implementation has faced challenges. A report by the VA Office of Inspector General found that approximately 26,000 claims had incorrect effective dates, leading to nearly $6.8 million in improper payments. These errors were attributed to the legislation's complexity and insufficient training for claims process. So it looks like, one more thing. Veterans and their survivors can apply for Pact Act benefits through the VA official website. The site offers comprehensive information on eligibility, the application process, and assistance resources. So all you got to do is go to VA's official website, va.gov, and find the link to the Pact Act and then just follow the prompts. And there's always a number that you can call to get help with this. But there's a lot of spouses, surviving spouses, that actually don't know about this, and just by conversation, some of the older veterans, you might be able to connect the dots for some surviving spouses out there. So, we do whatever we can to try to help another veteran or their surviving spouses. So that's the only reason why, I do the videos. You never know who you can help, who life you can impact. So that's all I got for today. Hey, you see a veteran, you help a veteran. I'm out.